Hello students, welcome to the class of antenna and wave propagation. In today's class, we will discuss the electric boundary conditions. Electric boundary conditions. So why we need electric boundary condition? What is the use of electric boundary conditions? So suppose you have a electric wave which is traveling from, say, this is a boundary between a two medium. Suppose this is a medium of your free space air. This is medium 1, okay, and this is medium 2. Now if we let there is an electromagnetic wave, so in this condition, if a electric wave traveling from medium 1 get enters to the medium 2, then if this is, say, incident electric field, then by after entering, its properties get changes due to the properties of this medium 2. We generally have material parameters or medium parameters as epsilon, that is permittivity, and mu, that is permeability. These two uh, constants, material are vary from material to material. So when electric field travels from one medium and get enters to the another medium, so with the use of boundary condition, we are able to evaluate the value of this E2, this is E1. So we are able to evaluate the electric field in the second medium with respect to the if we have known value of electric field in a given medium. So if we have a electric field, known electric field, then we are able to evaluate the value of electric field in any other medium by using this boundary condition. This boundary conditions, this maybe lie due to dielectric boundary, or dielectric conductor boundary, or conductor free space boundary. So we have a boundary of such kind. So this type of boundary can exist. Okay. So how we can calculate the electric field if we know the value of the electric field in any given medium? Okay. So look at the diagram. This electric fields, if this is incidence on this boundary, has two components. One component of this electric field will incidence normally to this boundary, which can be considered as E normal, and for first medium En1. Similarly, there will be a tangential component entering to this boundary. So it will be, say, ET1, tangential component. Okay. So how to calculate this tangential component and normal component in the another medium? So by using this, we can calculate the overall electric field in a different medium when we know the value of electric field which is uh, given in any other medium. So here we use two equations. First equations, Maxwell equation, and second is Gauss law. So the two equation is utilized here. According to these two different cases, for a normal component and to evaluate tangential component, we use two equations. Okay. So to evaluate a normal component of electric field, when we know this value in a given medium in another, then we utilize law, Gauss law. And to evaluate the tangential component, we use the Maxwell equation of electric field. So taking these two cases, so to determine the condition, to determine the condition, the condition, so to determine the condition, we use Maxwell equations and Gauss law. So we use Maxwell's equation and Gauss law. Gauss law. Okay. So what are the two equations and how to evaluate this? So taking these two cases, first when we have to evaluate the normal component, then at that position we will take the Gauss law, that is d dot ds is equal to rho v if the region contains charge or d dot ds is equal to 0 for source free region. So we will try to derive it for source free region, and then we extend our evaluation calculation for the region containing having some charge. Similarly, for to evaluate the tangential component, we use the Maxwell equation, that is E dot dl is equal to 0. This is the Maxwell's equation. And this is Gauss law. Now let us consider a diagram. Here this is a boundary. This is suppose a medium 1, and this is medium 2. This medium has permittivity E1 and permeability mu1, and this has permittivity E2 and permeability mu2. Now suppose take an small area ds. This area is extended to the another medium ds. So the normal component of electric field, or normal say d flux d entering to this surface, from the Gauss law, flux entering through this surface ds will be equal to the flux leaving this surface. Okay, and this will be the normal component in medium 1, and this will be the normal component in medium 2. So from the Gauss law, flux entering to this surface will be equal to the flux leaving this surface if the region is source free region. So from here we have this dn1 is equal to dn2. This is the first boundary condition where we have dn1 is equal to dn2. Okay. Now what happened? What happened when this region contains some charges? When this region contains some charge. So in that case, the dn2, where the required electric field we have to evaluate, will become equal to the dn1 plus the charge present in that medium or in that surface, rho v. So this equation is valid for source free region, and this equation when region contains some charge. Okay. So also we know that D is equal to E into E. So from this you can evaluate electric field by using this electric flux density equation. I think it is clear up to here. Okay. Now let us evaluate the value tangential component of the electric field. So here we have to use the Maxwell equation. So again taking this boundary, this is medium 1, this is medium 2, it has the permittivity E1 and permeability mu1, it has permittivity E2 and permeability mu2. So we have to evaluate the tangential components. Okay. Now let us take a small loop, rectangular loop, which is crossing from region 1 to region 2. A small loop. Say the current is, or the electric field of in this loop is flowing A, B, C, D, is from A to B, B to C, C to D, D to A. Electric field flowing in this loop. Let the width of this loop is del omega, and the height, it is equally placed in this or in first and second region. Therefore height, if total height is del h, then this height will be del h by 2 and this height will be del h by 2. So in the given loop, the total sum of the total electric field will be 0, that is E dot dl is equal to 0 in a given length. So using this Maxwell equation to evaluate the tangential component of the electric field, so from here we are taking the path from path A to B. Say electric field is ET1, that is tangential component in medium 1. So ET1 into the length is this del omega. So del omega plus from B to this region, the length is del h by 2, and this is the normal component of the electric field in medium 1. So this will be become En1 plus del h by 2, and this is the normal component of electric field in medium 2. Therefore it will become En2 plus del h by 2. Now the direction of this is in opposite to that of the above, so this will be become the tangential component of electric field in the second medium and the length d omega. So this will add E t to del omega plus, now this is the opposite to the direction to the electric field which we have taken here. So this will be in the minus, will be the magnitude will be in opposite, so minus sign we have to put it here. So this become minus E, the normal component of electric field in the second medium, into the length, that is del h by 2, same, minus the normal component of the electric field in the first medium into the length En1 del h by 2. So and this will become equal to 0. This sum is equal to 0 from the Maxwell's equation. This total sum will be equal to 0 from the Maxwell equation. So from here, this En2 minus time of get cancel out this En2 plus, and this En1 will cancel out with this En1. So the normal components in this case will vanish out. We have only this ET2, direction of ET2 will is in opposite, so minus. We have only this ET1 del omega equal to ET2 del omega. So here del omega get cancelled out. We only get ET1 equal to ET2. So the tangential component of the electric field in medium 1 is equal to the tangential component of the electric field in medium 2. So here we have evaluated this, use this boundary condition to find the value of electric field. When a value of electric field in the we know the value of electric field in a given medium, then this boundary condition is utilized to evaluate the value of electric field from another medium, which is the effect of the electric field which is in first medium. So we have evaluated this both boundary condition equation, and again the equation of flux density can be utilized to convert it from electric field to flux density. Okay, and similarly in the normal component we can also convert it into the electric field to the flux density. So this is the electric field boundary condition. Okay, so that's all. So that's all for today. Thank you. Stay safe, stay healthy.